Okay, I'm just going to get started, and then if more people hop on, more people hop on. But thank you for joining me tonight. I'm sorry about the time. I didn't realize it was 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, not 8 o'clock. But it happens. The rest of our team calls will be 8 o'clock. But to kind of kick off our call, I want to talk about what happened at Summit in the sense of like what new product announcements are coming out, because there's a lot coming out, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that so that you can leverage it and know. And I'm sure maybe you guys have seen some things just from people talking about it. But the first thing that's coming out that I'm really, really excited about is we all, try to run free groups, and sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not. But now, coming out in September, Megan Davies, one of the new super trainers, is coming out with something called Clean Week. And all our clients have to do is purchase a $30 7-day Shakeology supply, and it gives them a 1 week of workouts and a clean eating meal plan. So we kind of takes all the guesswork out for us, which is really super cool. And it makes the transition to purchasing a challenge pack really simple. They do not have to purchase the 14-day free trial. There's a really smooth transition in between the Clean Week and them signing up with a challenge pack, which is really cool. It does not require on demand in order to get those 7 days of workouts. The next thing that came out is Daily Sunshine, which is a snack option for our kids, which is really, really cool. And of course, if you want to drink it yourself, you can. But it's basically non-GMO. It has all the certifications that parents are really looking for. So, non-GMO, no soy, no dairy, no gluten, and it's actually certified. So where a lot of people ask us is Shakeology, gluten-free or organic or whatever, the certifications cost a lot of money. And the reason that the Daily Sunshine is at the price point that it is at is because Beachbody went ahead and paid for those certifications. So the non-GMO, the soy-free, dairy-free, that kind of stuff, for moms who really, really want that in a product, they're getting that certification, which is really cool. So you can go ahead and order a full supply if you want to. It comes in strawberry, banana, or chocolate. And they also sell sampler packs, which I just ordered 2 of them today with like a little, it comes with a little shaker cup, or you can buy the shaker cups. There's smaller versions for your kids, which is super cool, for your kids to try it out. I'm really, really excited about this product. I think it's really cool that our kids are going to have a snack option that we know is just filled with fruits and vegetables and the vitamins and nutrients that they really need. The next thing that's coming out is called Double Time, and it's coming out in November. With Tony Horton. It's kind of like a family-based program. It's super cool. You can look up FAQ 3472, and you can also watch the launch video on YouTube. The next thing that they announced, which we already knew, is we are officially launching in the UK. October 19th of this year. There's a huge launch party that's going on there. And the market is opening up for the coaching opportunity as well as new client opportunities, which is really cool. You can go to teambeachbodyuk.com and check that out. The next thing is, which we knew about, is there's the BOD app for Android phones, which is super cool. I know a lot of people are super pumped about that. And then next year, thank God, we are not going back to New Orleans. We are going to Indianapolis for Summit 2018. And you honestly should get your ticket now because it's going to be the cheapest that you can get it at. Until the end of the month, it's $145, and you can pick it up at coachsummit.com. I will be posting in our group the hotel that we're staying at and all that kind of good stuff kind of as we go along and registration for hotels open up. The next really, really big thing is they are completely redesigning teambeachbody.com. They are replacing the Coach mobile app to be integrated within the same system as teambeachbody.com. I can't remember exactly what they're calling it, I'm not quite sure, but it's launching in the UK first. The new website is launching in the UK first, and then Canada is second. And I believe that happens in October. And then the United States is rolling out the new website in December. So they spent like over $1 billion revamping our website, which is super cool. I'm really excited about that. Sorry. The next thing that's going on is in the month of August, if you sell 5 challenge packs, I believe. Yeah. So if you sell 5 challenge packs, you earn 10 elite points in any category that you want. And then the next thing, which I think this is really cool for you guys to pay attention to. So if you don't know this, if you are a 2-star diamond and above, every quarter you get a quarterly bonus. So it's awesome money that we get for being at a certain rank. The last 2 quarters of the year, corporate is doing a diamond and 1-star diamond quarterly bonus. That's $250 a quarter, which is really cool. So this is for people who have not hit those ranks yet. And if you hold your diamond rank for 6 weeks within that period of time, you will earn an extra $500 over the course of the last 2 quarters of the year, which is really, really cool in my opinion. If you want to know more about that, you can look up FAQ 8005. Just to read this to you, like I said, I don't know if this all of this stuff off the top of my head. So lifetime 1-star diamond and below ranks are eligible to earn $500, $250 per quarter. You must hold diamond for 6 consecutive weeks within a quarter. You must earn Success Club in the month prior in order to qualify. The 3rd quarter begins July 5th. So you would have to earn diamond rank, I believe, by September 27th. I'm not quite sure. I'll clarify that and post it in our group. And the 4th quarter starts September 28th. And then last but not least, and the most important announcement that you all need to worry about right now is Team Cup. So Team Cup is kind of a little competition, an event that corporate holds for us a few times a year. And you can have teams of 5 people. So you need to gather 5 coaches and put together a team, and you guys are going to hold each other accountable in order to earn Success Club and help a lot of people. And when you do that, corporate gives out amazing prizes during that particular month of August. So registration is open now. I have my team already. If you're a new coach and you need a team and you want to participate, which you should, just reach out to me and I can connect you with some other coaches on our team as well. But Team Cup is a ton of fun. It's kind of an opportunity to get to know other coaches around you and kind of work together and mastermind together and encourage one another and just kind of create that team bond and camaraderie between you, the 5 of you. And honestly, I don't know what the statistic is, but I would say that probably coaches who participate in Team Cup earns like 70% more than people that don't during that month. So I remember my very first Team Cup in July of 2013. It helped me tremendously because I buckled down and really, really got to work. So if you are in need of a team, just post in our group or reach out to me or whatever, and I'll help you find a team. So there's kind of that for our announcements from Summit. Next Tuesday, and I'm sorry about the time. I did not realize that I didn't schedule our call for 8. Our call will be at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to kind of have a Summit recap. So the girls who were at Summit with us, we're all going to kind of take just a couple minutes of time to really just share our top takeaways and kind of what Summit was for us and what it did for us and why Summit is so important or should be important to you. It helped me tremendously. It really just lifted my spirit, and I woke up this morning feeling completely different. I'm still completely sleep deprived, but and I still need to like brain dump and all that kind of stuff. But every year that I go to Summit, really my top takeaway this year was really just how much I love our team and how much I love being around them. And we had a blast. We like laughed until we peed our pants, and we just had a really great time together. So next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll have the girls, the girls that want to talk about their top takeaways. This team call isn't going to be a long one. I did not prepare like a formal Instagram presentation, but I am going to put together some graphics for you guys tomorrow that hopefully will help you. I just did not have time to do that today because I honestly have just been spending a ton of time with my babies. So, and really just decompressing, because when you're away at Summit for that long, you need time to like be quiet and decompress and kind of just be. So I'll have that prepared for you guys tomorrow at some point during the day. But I want to talk a little bit about Instagram and how I've been building kind of more of a following on there and having a lot of fun at the same time. So if you are an OG like me and Sarah, when we first started, Instagram was like the big thing. Or Kelly. Kelly's been around for a really long time too. Instagram was like a really big way to build our business. And I kind of got away from that for quite some time because there just wasn't that like connection for me between myself and Instagram. Like I fell more in love with Facebook than I did Instagram at the time. Anybody will tell you who is smart that you really want to master one social media outlet at a time. When you spread yourself too thin across multiple social media outlets, it can get very, very overwhelming. And you can feel like you're not necessarily putting all the value that you need to in one space because you're just spreading yourself so thin. But there's one aspect about Instagram that I've been having a ton of fun with, that I've loved a lot, that has allowed me to really connect with a lot of people and be myself. And it's not just in the posts. So I know a lot of you guys are on Snapchat. I am no longer on Snapchat. The people really are on Instagram. So you can do your research and look up the statistics and numbers, but really, truly, the social media platform that the most people are on is either Facebook or Instagram. Instagram, a ton of people are on. And so that's how I've been connecting with people through Instagram stories. So it's pretty much the same thing as Snapchat. They've really like kind of copied Snapchat, but my reach is far further than Snapchat. And with Instagram, because Facebook owns it now, you can actually look and see who's looking at your stories consistently, how many people are looking at your stories consistently. And it really, really helps to build relationships. So I'm going to hopefully give you guys some ideas of how to get an extra few invites in every single day easily, and really just how to make that connection with people that's authentic. So obviously on Facebook, we can go live, but I feel like when we go live, you have to have like a solid topic to talk about for 5+ minutes. And that's not always, it's overwhelming sometimes to feel like you have to know what you have to know what to say. And I don't always know what to say. And I get like caught up in being live because you can't redo it. Like once you're live, that's it. There's like no redos. You can't erase it. It is what it is. And not that Facebook Live to me isn't a good thing. It's an absolutely good thing, it's definitely necessary. What I really like about Instagram is that I can pop on there in my stories. It's super simple. I can share what I'm doing throughout the day and just really show people what I'm passionate about. So my routine is typically the same, and I'm going to share with you kind of the response that I've gotten from it. And I've only been doing it for probably a solid like month now, but I've been able to connect with so many people through those stories who end up direct messaging me. So back in the day when I first started, direct messaging was not a thing on Instagram. It didn't exist. So it was very, very hard. You had to take people from Instagram over to Facebook, in the sense that you had to convert them over. So it was almost like an extra step that annoyed a lot of people, or you found people who didn't even have Facebook at the time, which was kind of crazy to me. But there was always that like extra step for people that getting them to get over to Facebook and send you a friend request often was difficult. And now because of direct messaging, it's kind of like Facebook, just Instagram. So I wake up at 4:15 in the morning. I am always showing progress pictures of myself in the morning, first thing. And then I usually listen to some type of personal development on the way to the gym. But before I go into the gym, I'm always talking about what's on my heart. So whether it's something that I'm kind of going through or I'm thinking about or something that inspired me through my personal development, that's what I'm talking about. So one day, I'll share a story with you. There's a girl on Instagram that I've been following for a really long time. She's on her own fitness journey, and I've never talked to her before, but somehow I think through my assistant a long time ago, I've been following her. And she got pregnant, and she was super, super excited. And at 14 weeks, she lost her baby. And that morning, or one of those mornings, I had done an Instagram story just about our lives and how things can be really, really hard, but God meets us in those seasons. And she direct messaged me and like thanked me for that. And it was just a really special moment to connect with someone who I hadn't realized had been watching me at all, but had been. And we just had a really solid conversation, and it was awesome just to be able to sorry, one second. Where does the word come from? Sorry, guys. It was just a really cool thing to like connect with people and not feel like there was any agenda behind it other than to just talk. And that's what I really, really like about Instagram is that I feel like there's less pressure. And so I'll talk about something motivational. And then usually after my workout, I will talk about my workout. Shalene talked about this in her presentation at Summit, that you want to kind of be mysterious in a sense when it comes to talking about your programming, what you're doing, and not just like lay it all out there. I would say that 80% of my followers on Instagram, sorry, I love you. Give me this. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good night. I love you. 80% of my followers on Instagram have no idea that I'm a Beachbody coach, and I want it to be that way. I'll talk about it in my profiles. I will always talk about my next accountability group in my Instagram stories. And it's really cool because you can kind of create graphics and like stuff like that I really like. But I don't talk about that I'm a Beachbody coach. I want people to message me and I want to spark their interest. So I use Instagram stories to do that. And you guys know, most of you know, I'm super passionate about macros. That's how, or flexible dieting. That's my jam. That's what I do. And so I will do like full days of eating and what I eat because people don't understand flexible dieting. So I'll share with people what my meals are and just how much I love macro eating. And just day by day, I share bits and pieces of my life. It's basically the same thing as Facebook, but to me, more personalized. And I just have a ton of fun doing it. And I like I said, I like the fact that you can see how many people are watching you or see specifically who's watching you. And you can kind of almost not track it, but kind of like see a trend. So like if somebody's constantly watching your Instagram stories, send them an invite on Instagram, send them a message directly to their inbox. Like I said, it's basically the same thing as Facebook, but on Instagram. So you can kind of reach two different types of people who are on Instagram that you're not friends with on Facebook. You can direct message them and start conversations with them. So honest to God, on Instagram, you can never run out of people. There are billions and billions and billions and billions of people on Instagram. So I really try to just focus on that relationship and allowing people to get to know me through Instagram stories. And I still post on my wall. And you can see that my Instagram handle is Mama on the Run. So you can go check out my stuff and follow me and see my craziness. But really that's all I've been doing. And it's super simple. It's a great way to connect with people. I have a lot of fun doing it. It doesn't take a lot of time. So I like, again, the fact that we can direct message people and really get to know them and have that conversation. So Kelly asked, what do you do when people don't see your messages? I notice a lot of people don't even know there's Messenger on there. So if there are people that I'm in conversation with that I want to answer me or that haven't seen my message, I'll just go to their profile and comment on their last photo and say, like, I'll tag them and say, something like, hey, gorgeous, I sent you a message. Would you mind, checking your inbox whenever you get a moment? Something like that. Super simple. I know this isn't like groundbreaking training, but it really has helped tremendously. I reach a ton of people, hundreds of people a day. And it's just, to me, like another way to connect with people and to invite easily. Because I hear the excuse of, like, I've run out of people to invite. It's because you got to add people to your network every single day. And that's a really great way to do it. It's very easy. Like if I'm talking to somebody, just having a general conversation with them and say something like, hey, Kelly, I know we've been talking for a bit. Are you on Facebook? If you want to switch the conversation over to Facebook, totally fine. If you want to keep it on Instagram, totally fine. But to me, it's just another great way to get in invites and not kind of have an excuse about not finding new people. So I hope that helps. That's it. Does anybody have any questions about Instagram or what I've been doing on Instagram? No, I'm telling you, it's really simple. Just be goofy and be yourself. That's what people want.
I have a question.
Sarah, don't you shake your head at me. You stole my notebook. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do you go in and follow people every day, or you just like go in and start conversations, or like, how do you go about that?
So like I have a set of hashtags that I'll use for my posts, which will help to add followers to my page. I don't have 500,000 followers or anything like that, but I kind of have a system to what I post. And then so like your hashtags want to be things that you are interested in. So it may be different for you because it's different for me, but come up with a list of things that are specific to you. So whatever your interests are, like guacamole, lifting, like it can be absolutely anything, but things that interest you, because that's how you're going to find those like-minded people who think the same way that you do, because they're tagging those things themselves. I know that hashtags are not as popular and as relevant as it used to be for gaining followers. But you can advertise on Instagram. So like you can run an ad on Instagram just like you do on Facebook. You can use hashtags to find new people. You can use Chalene Johnson's 531 method, which is, so like, let's say you look up the hashtag guacamole. I don't know, I'm stuck on guacamole. But you look up that hashtag and it's going to populate all of the photos that people have tagged with that specific hashtag. And you can go to someone's profile. Like, let's say that you see somebody's photo and I don't know, for some reason, it just intrigues you. So I would go to their profile. I would like their last 5 photos. I would write a personal comment on 3 of them, and that gains you 1 new follower typically. So it takes a little bit of work. So I try to do like 10 531s a day so that I can connect with new people using different hashtags. And then a lot of the people who I've been connecting with, honestly, are finding me through those Instagram stories. So and if you turn on your location too, like you tag your location in your Instagram stories, that helps as well, because it will populate your Instagram story locally to people around you who are also in your same area as well. So
yeah, I tag my location, and then I also like set that when I post something. I know Raina Odell had said that she has like different groups of hashtags that she uses for different types of posts to get people that way too. So she has like stuff saved in her notes in her phone for different posts. So she's not using the same hashtags all the time.
Yeah, I need to switch that up too. I'm still kind of playing around with Instagram to try to like get back into it, but yeah, absolutely. Like go follow people like Raina Odell who are super awesome with Instagram, or Melanie Mitro, or Jamie Innes has a large following. Chelsea Pearson has a really great Instagram. People who do it the right way. Like I'm still really in that building phase, like that new building phase of building Instagram. So I'm just sharing things that have kind of worked for me, but Sarah's absolutely right. Like you really should have a variety of hashtags that you use. I have paid to be featured on large Instagram accounts. That has helped my following a lot. I've been able to connect with a lot of people that way. So it does cost a little bit of money, but there are things that you can do for free, but free takes a whole lot of work. So, and time. But I kind of just wanted to throw out the whole thing about Instagram stories because I think it takes the pressure of being live off of you. And I think it allows us to be way more personable and to talk about what I'm doing. So this morning I started Shift Shop, and I just talked about that I'm doing a 21-day program that's all about agility and strength and speed. I didn't talk about what it was necessarily. If I could record and watch my bot at the same time at the gym, I probably would, but I can't. So I probably would record some moves if I could. But every day I will be talking about my journey with Shift Shop. That's a huge piece of the puzzle, is really sharing proof of the product. It's really, really, really important. And you don't need to talk about, buy my Shakeology or buy my program or any of that kind of stuff. People want to know what you're doing. And if you're not committed, then people will not commit with you. They will go find a coach who will commit. Some of the biggest peaks of time in my business have been when I've committed solely to a program and gotten tremendous results. And that peak for me is right now, because the last 5 months I've been working my butt off. And so it's really, really important. I know Sarah's been working her butt off too. And so has Kelly. Like you've got to commit to a program. You've got to commit to some type of nutrition, because people on all social media outlets, you're a dime a dozen as a coach. You have to show them what's different about you. Your personality, like my personality is going to be different than Sarah's personality, and who may connect with me may not connect with Sarah, and vice versa. We're different. And, people want something tangible to hold on to. I was sitting at lunch in New Orleans on Sunday with a big group of people. And one of the coaches in my downline, we were talking about challenge pack sales or something like that. And Pat was like, yeah, you can sell those things like nobody's business. And Rob Shedden asked me, he was like, how do you do that? And it's really two things solely when it comes to my social media and just my business. One, I show people. I literally show up every single freaking day. I do not miss a beat. Yeah, when I'm away, I gained weight, whatever. Everybody does. I enjoyed myself. I had a ton of fun. I have had people message me about my trip to New Orleans. It's the whole point. But today at 4:15 in the morning, I was back up and I hit my macros all day long. I do not miss a beat. I show up. People expect me to show up, and I do. And they can rely on me, and that's really important. So proof of the product is really, 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 really important. I can't stress that enough. So commit to a friggin' program, whether that's Shift Shop or whatever, doesn't matter. Shift Shop to me is amazing. Chris Downing made Sarah cry like a big old baby. He cried in front of 20,000 people, and it was like the most epic moment. Shift Shop to me is going to be like the next big thing for people to watch. There is a girl, her name is Jamie Lynn, I think. I'm not picking on her, but she has to be over 300 pounds, I would assume. Watching her on stage with Chris is amazing. Like if she can commit, anybody can commit. I saw people who were disabled this week in New Orleans that were grinding there. So we really have no excuse to not commit to these programs. And Carl pulled up a chair on stage and he asked us, to do this with him, to follow this vision with him, to help people with him. And that's to me so special. And second, in my business, I wake up every day wanting to love people. Like, who am I going to love today? You can't love people enough. And people know when I'm talking to them that I love them, that I genuinely care about them. And they see that on my social media. They see the highs and lows of my life. On Instagram stories, they see me committed every single morning. I talk about something that's motivating me for the day. I talk about something that's touching my heart for the day, because if it's touching my heart, the people who follow me, it's going to mean the same exact thing to them. And those are the two things in my head. Like, you've got to grow. You've got to talk to enough people. You've got to commit to a program. If you're not committing to a program and you're not committing to nutrition, then you're just wasting your time. Why are you here? It's very, very important as leaders. You are leaders. You may not necessarily have a team yet, or a large following of people yet, but you will. You will. And you have to prepare yourself for those people now. Grab that passion now. Grow now. Take the time to really commit to, like I said, a program. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but honest to God, it's really, really important. And people will respect you for it. They will follow you for it. And eventually they will join you one day. And what we do, I can't say it enough, is so incredibly special. And I went from like completely unpassionate pre-NOLA to coming home and just being completely reinvigorated with pride. This summit to me was much different than a lot of the summits I've been to lately. And you'll hear why next week. I think a lot of the girls are going to have some amazing things to say, but that's my 2 cents. And dig into Instagram, like, try something new. It may not work at first. Like, I don't have a bajillion followers, but someday I will. It's just all about starting and trying and connecting with people. And it's helped me just to kind of have one more piece of social media, but also just to have fun. Because I think sometimes we miss that fun and like the mundane, okay, I got to invite, I've got to read, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And it just kind of breaks up that work. So does anybody else have any other questions? No? Okay, cool. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on tonight. Next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m., not 7 p.m. My bad. I was like eating dinner. I was like, oh, crap. I was like shoving food in my face. So next Tuesday, 8 p.m., we will do like our post-summit recap and just kind of have a lot of fun talking about that. So that's all. I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and we will talk soon.